Welcome back to the channel. Today, Natasha and I are going to head up the Arrow Lakes with our friends Scott and Sarah and their dogs. We're going to go check out some secluded beaches, sweet camping spots, and test out the new lights. Full disclosure, Auxbeam has sent me some lights. They sent me the V Ultra 5-inch series pod lights and their rock lights, the Vibrant series, and I'm going to put them to the test with some nighttime wheeling in deep waters. I'm also super stoked to say that I've got Nitto on board, providing us with the best tires you can get, the Nitto Trail Grapplers. I've been using them for a few years, and I'm upgraded to the 38 by 13.5s. Can't wait to get them on the Jeep and go hit the trails hard.
Looks like a pretty good spot on lunch.
I think so.
This was the first of a few beaches we'd stop at during our trip. This was an important one though. I had to finish hooking up the lights. The installation of the rock lights was really easy, but I was a little hesitant to do the final wiring and cutting and connection to the battery. Thankfully, my buddy Scott's done it a bunch of times before, and we did it with pretty much no hiccups.
What's that? This is the part that's going to be cruxy for me.
Put your fingers.
The doors
are open? Is that
Jeep,
no.
but probably just because you've ungrounded something, so.
Yeah, after ungrounding something, maybe I should have done this at home.
Okay.
But thankfully, no issues, and we were on our way.
They're on. Off. On. That's red.
It was time to push on to the next beach. It was super weird seeing that vehicle all broken down or abandoned on the side of the road. Police line crossing, I don't know. It was full of all this gear. Weird.
I don't see him.
We made it. We made it to one of our favorite camping spots. The beach is rocky, but we have an inflatable mattress. Wasn't too bad. But the scenery here is just top notch. So unbelievably beautiful.
No, mine's a mini, so it doesn't really do that stuff.
We hung out for a bit, got a fire going, and just chilled. The plan was to relax here, wait for darkness, and check out the lights.
Now we got a boulder in there with the cash. Look at you, man.
Bigger rock.
Yeah, bigger rock. It's coming for there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just don't breathe or move.
There we go. The Auxbeams. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on the Arrow Lakes beside an awesome creek. You can't go wrong. So beautiful out here. We came in, set up camp. Our plan was to go check out a little bay beyond here, but we just got so comfortable and we're like, you know what? Forget about it. Let's just chill here for a little bit. And it's been awesome. Tomorrow the plan is to get up. We're gonna head north up the lake from here and we're gonna go check out another little beach and push beyond there. Oh, hi Boulder. We know there's a log sort and we think there's a secret little cove just north of there. So we're gonna go try and find that, see if we can get in. And then tonight we're gonna test out the new Auxbeam lights. I got the pod lights and the rock lights, and we're gonna go for a little cruise, see how they look in a creek crossing. So hopefully it works out well. I think you're gonna be impressed. I know I'm already impressed. But yeah, let's go, let's see how it looks. Anyways, let's do this. I like the red.
Can you try a different color? Where's the remote?
This is blue.
Yeah, that's blue.
I'm not gonna lie. It was a dark, spooky night, and I was heading towards a deep, deep river crossing in the dark. It was kind of eerie driving through the forest with the trees overhead, kind of like a tunnel. I pushed on. I knew it had to be done. That's why I came. But when I saw that water, I was definitely hesitant. Okay, so it turns out a lifted Gladiator on 37s, Nitto 37s, really had no issue in the creek. But it was still scary nonetheless. We didn't know, and it ended up being okay. So we made our way back to camp, and on the way we had a little fun with the lights. These Auxbeam vibrant rock lights are super rad. I got the 10-pack, they lit up the ground perfectly. I'm going to put a link for a discount code for you in the bio for this video. Check it out. The V Ultra 5 Series pod lights worked pretty darn good too. Lit up camp on our way in. So cool.
I don't know, the blue over top of the water looks pretty cool.
That's fantastic.
Well, we worked this as a job. It was a lot of fun.
Really? You're doing too good of a job.
There.
Yes, right there, Sarah.
Perfect!
There we go.
With the new morning, it meant it was time to push on. We're gonna head further up the lake and go check out this beach. This hidden beach up by the log sort. I'm certain it's there. It's gonna be rad. But first, a water crossing.
Come on, Boulder. What a good Jeep dog. Look at our Jeep dog go. Good boy. Go on. Keep going.
road after the river crossing gets pretty narrow. I'd be a little reluctant to go in full size. I mean, you could maybe make it, but there are some tight spots and even a couple washout sections that I would be really hesitant and be worried about. I'm sure it's been done, but I was definitely happy to be in my Gladiator and wouldn't want to be much bigger than that. But the trail was super cool. Again, through this forest of trees.
Steep, and the dogs got over to the other side of the creek.
So after the tight section in the forest, it widens up. We get up into some old logging roads and some clear cuts. There's a fire that came through here a couple of years ago and decimated the forest. We made our way through the burn and then crossed over a creek and down to the log sort to see if there's access to that secret beach. Let's go. We made it to the beach no problem. It was really well maintained. There's a nice flat spot for a trailer, well, a small little trailer like Scott's, or a tent. Maybe a tent and a trailer, I don't know. The bay looked due north up the Arrow Lakes. I'll be coming back here for sure. We completed our mission. It was awesome. I was uncertain if we'd make it, but we did. And after that, we went and checked out the Log Sort Beach. And that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, actually. There's still lots of opportunities there. If you were in a large group, that would be the place to go.
End of another epic camping adventure on the Arrow Lakes. We went and spent the day with Scott and Sarah. We went up and checked out some beaches further north from here. Got to test out the new lights, the new rock lights from Auxbeam. So far, super impressed. I gotta figure out the wiring a little better. I gotta get it tucked up a bit more, but they're super bright, super vibrant, and yeah, I mean, great. And they obviously work well in water, as you saw. Also got to test out the Auxbeam spotlights, super bright. I mean, look at these. You can see over here on the hood. They are amazing. The 5-inch pods. Yeah, over the top. Super, super bright. Can't complain.
So thanks for watching our adventure. Hopefully this inspires you to get out, go camping, and explore your own backyard. Thanks for watching. like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the trail.